Hey everyone, we are back with what's sold on eBay for Monday. We are in the heat of things here. Linda's just put the babies to bed. Sometimes harder than others. I tried to put Tori to bed early, but she did not want to go because she had a nap pretty late today. So you guys know if you're parents out there. She's got baby drool on her, but she's like, I'll just do the video. So no judgment. Moms are special. She has the patience that I probably don't have at times. So I appreciate her. Anyways, how do we do today, babe, on the sales?
Today we had 14 sales for just under $675.
Good day. And it was like lunchtime, and it was already at like $500. It was crazy. Most of this is from the beginning part of the day. Yeah, probably 10 or 11 sales. A couple things kind of came in at the end, so that was awesome.
And they're big ones, too.
Yeah, the things that we sold today by lunchtime already beat yesterday and almost beat yesterday and the day before combined, so kind of crazy. Any snack updates, or are we good to start?
I don't have anything right now.
Nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. First item.
First item we have is this 2019 Mater Day High School.
Mater Day is a really good school in Southern California for kids. It's really good school. There's some pretty good players that have come out of there. So,
and that book sold for $40 shipped.
Next item.
Next item. This is a Kylie buy. This is a TaylorMade RBZ Rocket Ball Z driver. It is a women's golf club for right hand, and it did sell for $125 shipped.
Now, like Kylie, that's my sister. Those of you that have been watching, she went garage selling with me. We had a community sale. And
when they came down to visit us from Florida.
Yeah. Just randomly decided to do a trip. Her and my wife were talking. They just come out for a trip. Was super blessed by it. But her
literally, it was like, oh, we want to take a vacation. Oh, come out here. Like when? Like now. Okay. And they bought tickets and came out.
Yeah, all of a sudden Linda's like, yeah, your sister's coming next week, a couple weeks from now. And I'm like, wait, what? So I wasn't even part of the conversation. But it was worth it.
Yeah, it
was. We went garage selling, hit a community sale. I got a ton of golf clubs. It was a 3-part set for $60. He wanted 75, offered him 60. First club to sell for 125. We'll probably get 250 plus in the whole deal. So technically 75 was probably a good deal, but we saved a little bit.
Cheapo resellers.
I didn't really know. I'm like, I don't know how much the women's ones are going for, but 125 is awesome. So the next item.
Next up, this is an electric rice cooker. This is Soji Rushi brand.
This is a good brand.
Yeah, it's a good brand. And it's pretty cool because the cord actually is up in it.
It's like a vacuum cord, kind of like where they're like, yeah, it's got like the
zippery one.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool. And this is a 1.8 liter 10 cup rice maker, and it sold for $80 shipped.
It does have the box. I didn't put in the listing because the box is kind of beat up. We'll still use it though for packing. I'll bubble wrap it, put it in the box. We'll probably put another box, but I didn't want to include it in there because it's kind of beat. But this was $10 at a garage sale. Sold for $80, and it sold in about a week. This brand makes bread makers as well that sell, and you can sell just the pans and stuff sometimes in the bread makers really well. So I'm sure different models range, but it's a brand to look out for.
Next up is an Xbox game. This is Time Splitters Future Perfect. It's from 2005, and it sold for $36 and some change.
We used to play Time Splitters a lot on PlayStation 2, my cousins and I, so pretty fun game, or brother. But that one sold really well. That was also cleaned with the disc cleaner.
Treasures. Then we've got a Nintendo Game Boy Advance. This is Super Mario Bros. 3, and it sold for $17 and some change, and it is just the cartridge. Yeah. No manual, no case.
Really, I don't really find a lot of manuals and stuff for Game Boy games, it seems. Like everyone really threw those away.
Because you had to just put it in your little Game Boy carrier.
That's why the cases were better, because then they had the manual like stored inside. So, anyways.
Next up, we've got this vintage Avon one-step conditioner. So it is a cream one. It's about 80% full.
Maybe a little more than that.
A little more than that, looks like it. So it is a vintage one. I'm not sure what year it's from.
Probably this is from when we got all that vintage dead stock, like health and beauty, toilet paper stuff, all that kind of stuff we've been selling. The Barbasol stuff.
Yeah, so this stuff's pretty old. I don't know if somebody should use it.
I put prop in the listing.
Yeah, so that one sold for $29 shipped, and it is going global shipping program.
Hopefully they have no issues with that in their country. Who knows?
Yeah. Next up, we've got this 2016 Volkswagen Passat. It's the owner's manual. There's 4 different parts with it, and it does have the case. And that sold for $48 shipped.
That was only $1. That was actually the weekend after my sister was here. I went out and She goes, yeah, how about $1? I'm like, okay, sure. 48. I didn't even know it'd be worth that much, but that's crazy. What do we got next?
Next up
Disney?
is this cute Walt Disney A Christmas Kiss Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. It's kind of like a stained glass or like a tile piece because there's a lot of different pieces that are pieced together in a mosaic kind of way.
It's Walt Disney Showcase, I guess.
Yeah, Showcase. And that one sold for $72 and some change.
And this was like $4 or $5 at a garage sale where we got all the Abbott and Costello stuff, so that was pretty good.
Then we've got Zaxxon 3D for the Sega Master System game. That one is with the case and looks like some kind of
manual or map or something.
Yeah, and that one sold for $16 shipped. Then we've got one of these.
Our second one, we saw one the other day, too.
Yeah, these are those brass angels, the Swedish brass angels with the candle holder and stuff.
Kind of see what it looks like better probably on there. We saw the last one for around $20, but a lot of times they can be missing pieces. So if you buy them, try to get them cheap and make sure all the little, what are they, cherubs or whatever? I don't know. Cupid guys.
I think that's like a cherub or a cupid.
Yeah. There's all these little pieces and stands hooked together, so just make sure they're all there.
Yeah, try to build it, make sure it's pretty, especially like putting in the listing. You want to have a picture of it. So that one sold for $22.50 shipped.
They sell around Christmas time, so.
Then our next sale is actually two different sales, but same buyer. These are Timothy B. Schmidt, Tell Me the Truth, and Feed the Fire. So two different CDs. Feed the Fire sold for $21 shipped, and Tell Me the Truth sold for $18 and some change.
Same buyer says what, almost $40?
Yeah,
so pretty good on some
it'll be
used
good to
CDs.
Put them together.
Yeah, we'll probably ship them out first class though. If we get a higher price CD or something, we'll always upgrade it. Just costs a couple extra bucks sometimes to save.
Especially being that it's under a pound, it's $3.18 for medium mail, and a lot of times
that'll probably
for us,
it's
a lot cheaper, so it'll save us money.
Yep.
And it's nice to give them a first class if you're buying like a really expensive CD.
Yeah,
instead
exactly.
of medium mail.
We would have spent we would have spent $6 2 medium mail shipments, so we can up them to first class and we'll be okay. So plus a better chance that they'll get there for sure.
And then our last sale for tonight, most likely because we've only got about 7 minutes. This is Braveheart in the Steelbook edition.
It's got a little tear to the seal here, but it is sealed.
Yeah, and this was the one that was already sold. The guy said, I already have this one, and sent it back. The
minute he got it, he goes, I already have it, and he returned it. And I'm like, dude, it could have been because the seal wasn't perfect, which it said in the listing, but, either way.
Yeah. And so that's it, and that one sold for $28 shipped.
That was, I think, $2 at a garage sale. So we did lose shipping back and forth on that one the first time, so we lost a little bit, but we'll make that back and a little bit of profit now. So free returns, that's the way it goes sometimes. Some of them are complete BS and just people are dumb, basically. People make mistakes.
Live sale.
Oh. Live sale.
Live sale, guys.
Didn't hear the cha-ching.
Live sale.
I don't even have my cha-ching on. I know that's like some people get so excited about it, but
you haven't had your cha-ching on in like
for years. Because it used to go off like all the time. Not to like brag, but like at the worst times. Or like we'd be sleeping and I wouldn't turn it off and it'd be like cha-ching. Or I used to have it on my tablet and then all of a sudden from the other room you hear like cha-ching.
Yeah. Or like if his tablet was off or something and it had like need to be reconnected, then as soon as you reconnected it, it was like
it was just going
would
crazy.
Like freak out, and I'm like, come on.
With the babies and everything, so
yeah.
Like I said, not to like boast. It's like I don't have a ton of sales where it's just nonstop, but
eBay, all those noises do come across for new offer. For messages for all kinds of stuff.
The message one just is annoying. If you're the eBay message notification, like son of a mother.
So our live sale is a 1952 Needles High School yearbook from Needles, California, and that one sold for $25 shipped.
I haven't pulled it yet, but we're hoping it's back there. It should be. We usually can find the yearbooks. But that one was an offer to watchers like a day and a half ago. I sent it was at $40 and an offer for $25. They must have accepted it, so pretty cool. We sold four things today actually on offers that people haven't paid yet. So this one, there's another item here they're going to pay on this week. They already told me. We sold a hat, a little scarf thingy, a nice bag, and then a remote. So we'll see if those end up getting paid for. So either way, it's been an awesome day. We got to get this packed up and we got to go to bed. And we'll grab that yearbook. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow with what else sells. Hey everyone, we are back with what sold on eBay. Get your finger out of the way. For Tuesday, continuing the sales from yesterday. Zane is here, so we're going to try to do this with him here. He's excited to be a part of the video. So, how did we do today?
Today we had 13 sales for just over $540.
So pretty good day. Linda was hoping for 500 and we got that, so that was awesome.
Well, because literally the last, when I looked at it, it was $499.69. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, somebody could literally buy something right now, but they wouldn't. So
don't point at people.
Screw the point.
Anyways, yeah, so we ended up having another good day. Q4 is doing well for us. Let's go ahead and get into it. First item that's sold.
First up is this kind of like a towel blanket thing for Big Bang. It's a Korean pop band. So K-pop, people are into that nowadays. And that towel sold for $28, global shipping program.
There you go. Now if you put it in.
Big old head.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. That was like $1 or something at a garage sale. It just looked weird.
Yeah, so washed it up and now it's pretty.
Next item.
Next item we have is a Disney Nightmare Before Christmas messenger bag. It's got Jack on it, and it is
kind of like distressed.
Yeah, it's distressed on purpose. So that one sold for $75 shipped.
And that was like 10 or 15 bucks. I bought it with some other Nightmare stuff. Linda took one thing. She didn't really want that, so I sold it and we made some money. Next item.
Next item is this 3-pack of Where's Waldo books.
These are the old ones from the 80s, I think.
These are old.
I want to say late 80s. Is
probably right in the front if I can get it open.
We'll probably have to go to the copyright page.
From 1989.
Yeah.
So these are first edition 1989 Where's Waldo, and that pack of 3 sold for $45 shipped.
And those were, I think, $3 each at a thrift store.
Don't do that, baby. And then we got this. You want to show this? Show the camera. We got a Hello Kitty messenger bag, kind of like a tablet case. It's cute, and it sold for $18 and some change.
That was like $2 or $3. Not a really great deal, but I got it because it was Hello Kitty.
Okay, this one. Next up, we have a pair of pliers. These are Eastco slip joint pliers.
Vintage.
This is a bestie buy out of all those tools that Cameron just got recently, and this sold for $16 and some
Crazy
change.
$16 for just this little pair of pliers here. So they'll go first class. A lot of pliers surprised me. You're going to see some sell here coming up. We did pretty well.
Then we got a big stack of books.
I just listed them at lunch on my lunch break today.
And they sold within like
2 hours.
2 hours. And these are the Patrick O'Brien Aubrey Maturin series. And these set of 20 sold for $130 shipped. And that is 1 through 20. So we do have them all in order.
And it was $10 at a garage sale. Late in the day on a Saturday, we had gone to my oldest son's football game.
This one.
Went out after it was like 11 something. Hold on, buddy. It was already 11 something, and so most people already picked over this sale, and we still ended up finding some good stuff.
And next up, we have another bestie buy.
Face.
This is a pack of Murad Instant Radiance Eye Cream. So they get 8 of them in the little boxes, and they are like 0.12 ounces in there. So they're like the sample size.
Yeah, they're just samples.
But that sample size slot sold for $25 shipped.
Yeah, they just came in a bunch of health and beauty stuff.
This one. Next up, we got an Xbox 360 game. This is Mortal Kombat. Show. Okay, he's done. And that one sold for $15 shipped.
That was $2 at a garage sale, I think.
Then we got this first camera.
So we have?
Next, we have this Ansco old camera in the case and everything. And that one is for parts or repair. It does have the lens with it and everything. And it sold for $80 and some change. So
yeah, I don't even know what was wrong with it, but I sold it for parts and it sold. So I think we spent like $5 on that.
Yeah.
Sometimes these old cameras are doing well. You'll see another camera coming up that sold, a little newer one, but.
Next up, we have Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell for Wii, and that one sold for $7 and some change.
Not a whole lot on that one. This one's cool.
Zane, you in the shower or no?
Zane's distracted with stuff.
Yeah, that's a toddler for you. Next up, we have another Disney Nightmare for Christmas. This is a Jack Skellington fleece jacket. It is a zip-up one, and...
Just turn the light off. The light just turned off.
No, my laptop turned off.
Oh, okay. The light turned off, but
Sorry.
either way.
What's wrong with it?
There's something in there.
Oh. So that is a Youth 910 and it's sold for $25.
No, it's
shipped.
$2. I think this one will still go first class. We didn't sell that,
Nope,
but
not
that's
that.
part of it.
Another camera, baby. Next up, we have another camera. This is a Fujifilm Discovery 270, and it is tested, so I believe it works, and it sold for $27. Shipped.
Yeah, I did test that one. Those are a little bit easier to test,
Where's
and
the car?
it sold for $35.
This one.
Or $27. I
27.
spent, I think, $2 on it or something. Using the little 35mm ones, I'll spend a couple bucks. Some of them go for crazy if you get like the Olympus Stylus Epix ones, but some of them go for 20, 25, 30. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. Zane's in a mood apparently. Last item.
That's our last item for right now. We still have like an hour and 45, so we'll see what happens. But this is a 2012 Disney, Mattel, Pixar, Toy Story, Shake and Go Woody and RC race car. So I'm not sure what Shake and Go means, but
I think you're supposed to like boom 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 when he rolls.
oh well, I don't know what he does. But he sold for $13.50 shipped.
Yeah, not much. Happy to get him out of here. So that's everything. We gotta get this packed up. We gotta get this boy to bed. He is, like I said, being somewhat cooperative, I guess, but it's getting late for him, so he's probably tired. Lynn will be back if anything else sells, and we'll both be back if anything sells.
Not that baby.
Tomorrow, Wednesday. So thank you
Say
guys
goodbye?
so much.
Bye.
Get up in this so we can see
Show
you.
him your face. Say bye. Bye.
All right, guys.
Bye.
We'll see you later.
Bye.